was here since I was a little boy. I remember the years when there were 300-400 hotels and maybe 2,000-3,000 bungalow colonies in this area. As I grew up, we would go to the hotels at night to watch the shows when I was 15, 16 years old.
Every one of the places up here tended to be a reflection of the ownership of the hotels. And for us, we were a very sports-oriented hotel, whether it was the basketball that was happening. Because basketball was big in the Catskills. Boxing was a big thing. Floyd Patterson trained here, Archie Moore, Muhammad Ali.
People may not realize this, but you were actually Will Chamberlain's adopted mother.
Yes, yes, I was. So he called us that. Wilt worked here as a bellhop.
Nobody threw the rabbi anything. All the money into the priest basket, the rabbi, goodish, nothing.
And then you had the entertainment, whether it was Alan King or Red Buttons or Jackie Mason, Buddy Hackett. I would bring up acts, who our guests would say, who are these people? And I'd bring them in on a Saturday night in the summer. The first one, I think, was Billy Crystal. Then Jerry Seinfeld, who was a terrific young comic on his way up. I remember the last time I talked to him backstage, and I said, what's happening? What's in your future? And he said to me, well, we've got this pilot that I'm hoping, catches on. I'll let you know. Well, we do know. Entertainment was one thing, food and the service in the dining room, and the facilities. Years ago, people used to swim in the lake, which was nice. And all of a sudden, say, we got to have an outdoor pool. So you built one. And then we were busy building an indoor pool, because you got to have an indoor pool. Golf was a growing sport. So we built 9 holes. Then a few years later, we built another 9 holes. That's what was happening up here.
When did you begin to realize the Catskills were changing?
Well, it was 60s and 70s. The changes were taking place. We could see it, and we could see with the other hotels. And then when the hotels started closing, and one after another, for whatever reason, they closed. And when we start a year that some of the people are no longer around, either they're ill or they're not alive.
Yes, I remember.
That's what saddens me.
From the point of view of being one of the last Catskill hotels around, it's a little lonelier.
In 74.
My generation is probably the last generation that will come to the hotels. And unfortunately, it's not the way it was. It's coming to an end. So, that's the way it is.